Hello, everybody. My name is Jason Lodi. I am the Director of Recruitment, Retention, and Student Success for the College of Visual and Performing Arts. With me today, they are going to introduce themselves, but we have a welcome from our dean, and we do have a student who is with us today to help and answer any questions that you all may have. A reminder, two things. Number one, we have the question and answer box. For us, it's at the bottom of our screen. So if any questions come up during the presentation, please feel free to put those questions in there and we will answer what we can. If you feel it's something that might be more appropriately directed to our faculty, a reminder that we do have a Zoom room scheduled for noon to 1 o'clock with faculty from the College of Visual and Performing Arts as well. The link to that is on our College of Visual and Performing Arts page in Conduit. So for now, if you would help me in welcoming Dean Lawrence Jenkins.
Good afternoon, or good morning, I guess still, and thank you, Jason. Happy first day of spring. It seems like an auspicious day to have this conversation. I'm thrilled to welcome all of you who are here. Congratulations on your admission to UMass Dartmouth. I know this is an exciting time. I know it's also been a challenging time over the last year for all of us, professionally as well as personally. But I hope that doesn't mean that the college admissions process and the process of deciding where to go isn't as exciting as it absolutely is and should be. At the moment, we're planning for, what will pass for a normal fall semester. So I hope that I'll be able to welcome you all to campus very early in September. Whatever we do, we'll do with an eye always on your safety as well as our safety. So all public guidelines will be followed, but I hope that we will be able to gather on campus, that we will be able to resume a kind of face-to-face education. We just have to wait and see. As you're thinking about where you want to spend your college careers, I'm excited that you're thinking about UMass Dartmouth. It is a place where you can test your passions. It's a place where you can hone your skills. It's a place where you will meet people who will be across your lifetime, will be your colleagues, professional, your friends personally, faculty who might be your mentors. It is such an exciting time and so important in so many different ways. What I can tell you personally is that what I can guarantee and what I think we at CVPA can guarantee is a successful life in the arts for our graduates. How do you take what you're good at? How do you take what you are passionate about and turn that into a life that allows you professional satisfaction, professional challenges, but also to be a contributing member of your community, to sustain yourself, to sustain the people you love and are taking care of in one way or another. Our mission is to give you the full range of skills that you need to be able to do that, not just to develop your artistic or your scholarly or your musical talents, but to give you the skills to take that and to make a life out of it, not just in college, but after college as well. So, my motto for the college, my personal motto, is a life in the arts. It's something that I've been able to do across my lifetime, and it's something your faculty have done and the support staff around you. It's super exciting, and I'm excited to help you launch this journey for yourselves. With that, I'm going to turn this back over to Jason. He will actually give you the information that you need to know. I'm going to put my email address in the question and answer box. Please If you or your family have questions about UMass Dartmouth that you'd like to hear from me about, I am more than happy to answer those questions, whether it be this morning or anytime over the period of time that you are making this exciting and important decision. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Jason and Allison, for sharing what you know about CVPA and what your experiences are with our guests. And with that, welcome, congratulations, enjoy your morning, and good luck.
Thank you very much, Dean Jenkins. So the College of Visual and Performing Arts, one of the remarkable parts about CVPA and UMass Dartmouth is that you are going to potentially have the opportunity to pursue a full art school experience. However, it is embedded in a four-year liberal arts national research university. That is something that makes us unique from a lot of the other art schools that exist. They may exist alongside or have programs that join other local colleges. However, we've got it right there on the same campus, sometimes within the same building. We end up with a lot of projects then where our students are then working cross-curricularly or multidisciplinarily. I wanted to show you some pictures. These are some great moments where illustration students then also worked with sculpture and then also with digital platforms where they illustrated a character, then created the 3D version of the character, and then created a digital version of the same character. So the process was almost like illustrating, but reverse. Allison, were you by any chance a part of this project?
I do not believe so. I would have to see it, though.
Okay. So sadly, for our participants today, we don't necessarily get to see the same thing that all of you are seeing. So, but there are plenty of opportunities here where you can see student work. We offer Bachelor of Fine Arts curriculum in 11 different majors. We offer a BA in music, a BA in art history, and a Bachelor of Science in interior architecture and design as well. For our visual arts students, actually for all of our students, we do have what we call the University Studies curriculum, and any student of the university has to complete this curriculum. What we like about this curriculum is that it actually can influence the art that you are making or design. So we ask our students to do the basic English classes. You're going to do that at any university that you go to. Social worlds are things like psychology, sociology, anthropology, things like that. 2 science classes, a math class, and then foreign language if you are an art history or a music student. You get a lot of elective opportunity within our curriculum as well. So if you want to pursue a second concentration or something outside of CVPA, you get that opportunity as well with those electives. The first year students go through what we consider kind of a foundations year. You can see in the slide here, those FOUs under the visual category. Those are the foundation studios where we are asking our visual arts students to kind of explore beyond what you learned in high school. Start breaking some rules, start taking some risks, start exploring something that you're maybe afraid of or haven't necessarily had that much experience with. On the musical side, it just looks like a lot of numbers, but those are things like digital notation, music theory, performance ensembles. And then our music students actually start into some of their university studies courses a little sooner than our visual students. The classes, structural drawing, we have a great building for structural drawing. You can kind of see some of these pictures will take place in the spaces themselves. So this is teaching the technical aspects of drawing. I did learn recently that we have 2 professors most likely coming in for the fall semester that will take our traditional drawing classes a step beyond, which is pretty exciting. You can see again some of the class work that students have created there. In the music realm, you're going to begin with skills classes. You do take one-on-one lessons with a professional in the instrument of your choice as well. The seminar course for the visual arts students is a great transition between high school and college. It gives you ideas into what is going on in the art world? How is the world affecting art? How can art affect the world? You also learn about all of the different areas that happen within CVPA. So if you come in not knowing what animation and game arts is, you have the opportunity to learn a little bit within that seminar class. Music theory classes, you will take a music theory test if you're a music student. That is just to level or place you, not to determine whether or not you make it into the college. Music theory classes, though, you take 4 semesters worth as a music student. The 2D class gets you exploring and experimenting the second dimension of form and surface. You start working with color. You might work a lot with black and white in this class. But again, it asks you to step outside the rules that you already know, which can be absolutely fantastic and challenging and scary as well, which I think is great. The ensembles, we have plenty of ensembles for students to participate in. Even if you're a visual arts student but want to participate in the choir or the string ensemble or the El Caribe drum ensemble, you have those opportunities to do that sort of stuff. We're not positive that this slide is going to work, but this is just a quick version of the chamber choir performance. Hopefully you can hear. So that gives you a little idea. As the world went virtual, so did we. Not long after, we were also recording and performing in the virtual world. The 3D form and space class gets you working with things like plaster, wood, Illustrator board, and working in that third dimension. Not a lot of students from high school programs have had that experience. So this is a great opportunity to start exploring and seeing what you can and cannot do. Within this class, also, you're going to start to use things like laser engravers. So you will learn the software for things like that. Laser engravers, laser cutters as well. The performance workshop itself, as a music student, you have six credits required of this. You have to do this class 6 times, but this is why you guys do it as musicians. You absolutely love performing, just like visual artists absolutely love the visual art that they are doing. The digital essentials class is a little bit further into things like Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, time-bound medias. Lots of opportunities here to explore and find out that those things can do, those tools can be incredibly valuable resources while you are creating work. Your intro studio is typically taken during the spring semester of your freshman year. This is where you would take intro to graphic design or intro to drawing, something like that. If you're an animation and game art student, it does not happen until the fall semester of your sophomore year. If you're an interior architecture student, it actually happens right away in the fall semester of your freshman year. The history of art, all of our students have 4 classes or 12 credits required. Within the history of art, you will take that during your first year as well. We do have 2 different locations for visual and performing arts coursework, one of which is the main campus in Dartmouth. This is a great campus designed by noted brutalist architect Paul Rudolph. Lots of really cool opportunities and design elements here. This is where more of the digital platforms are housed. We have things like graphic design, animation and game arts, illustration, photography. All of the music, performance, and recital and rehearsal spaces are in this building. One of the cool things that we have as well is a virtual reality lab. And then a unique thing that we've got down in the lowest level of this building is a foundry. So students who are interested in things like casting objects have opportunities to do things like that. The Star Store campus is located in downtown New Bedford. Downtown New Bedford was a few years ago rated as the 7th most artistic city in the United States by the Atlantic magazine. It has continued that sort of drive. It's got a really burgeoning art, music, and food scene as well, which is really, really cool. They do something called AHA Night on the second Thursday of every month. CVPA is a very integral part of that AHA Night. The studio that you see in this picture on the first floor is called the Swain Studio. During the pandemic, we have opened up the windows to that studio, not opened the windows, but opened the blinds so that you can see in, and there are performances that happen in that studio that are then, the sound is projected out onto the street. The street is closed off. People can then socially distance as well as enjoy things like steel drums. There was violin and stand-up bass. We have had spoken word. Lots of different performance opportunities have happened throughout then. The Star Store campus itself, we provide shuttle service to and from the Star Store campus. It happens pretty much every hour. Drops you off right in the front doors. This is a building that is loaded with toys, tools, resources, and machines to help you make all of the great art and design that you are interested in making. So that kind of concludes the overall idea of a foundations year and what CVPA is. The next very quick little section that I'm going to go through is for the parents who might be with us today. If you come from a family who says you can't study art because you won't get a job, grab your parents and have them watch with us real quick. My dad said that, so this is some of our proof that says, haha, no, that's not true. So Google did a study of itself a few years ago, I believe in 2018, and learned that of the 8 qualities that they wanted in their employees, the 8th of 8 qualities was STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math. The other 7 qualities that they wanted in employees are the soft skills that we learn and teach in the arts. Things like being a good coach, communicating, listening, insight, empathy. My God, as artists, do we have empathy? Critical thinking, problem solving. Lots of those great ideas that you are learning and doing in the arts on a very regular basis. LinkedIn as well, the most sought after job skills by employers: creativity, persuasion, and collaboration. You cannot ask for a better place to find any of those than learning in the arts. Tech companies and other industries are seeking creatives because we understand things like complexity, creativity. We always want to know why. We keep asking the question, why? We adapt to things very quickly. The shift in values is the idea that we don't ever latch on to what's popular. We want to find the next what's popular. Storytelling, I think, is important in any of the visual or performing arts. And then big challenges equal big risks. So things that wouldn't exist today if it weren't for those failures, things like Post-it notes, that's from a failure from art students, and Cheetos is another failure from art students. One of the things that is important, too, is the idea that we teach a generalist education. A lot of people that are out there in the workforce report that they are working across disciplines. They're not just focused on any one area of anything that they are doing. Multidisciplinary creatives are also incredibly satisfied with the jobs that they have. Most of the people who are working in the arts do tend to fall into one of the 3 categories, either a teacher, an artist, or an administrator. However, you can see some of the overlap that exists there as well. There are those that are teachers and artists, those that are artists and administrators, those that are teachers and administrators, and then those, that rare combination in the middle of all 3 of those. Satisfaction with the arts education: 91% of students that graduate from an art and design college report that they had a good or excellent experience. If they were going to do it again, 3/4 of them, 75%, would go back to the same institution, and 86% would recommend their school to others. These are some of the support areas and resources that we offer at CVPA. So we've got things like the Career Center, the Center for Access and Success. That's for students who might have something like a IEP at their high school. The IEP itself does not necessarily transfer onto the college campus, but the idea of access does. Center for Women and Gender Studies is the second oldest in the United States. The Frederick Douglass Unity House is a fantastic opportunity we have for increasing the diversity on our campus. The Ladue Center for Civic Engagement is incredibly popular as well. SAIL is Student Activities, Involvement, and Leadership. We have 186, I think it is, clubs and organizations on our campus because we want you doing more than just studying all the time. Great opportunities for you to meet students from diverse backgrounds who share a similar interest, though. This one I think I love. Art and design students are employed. Only about a 4% unemployment rate compared with 8% nationally. This is pre-pandemic rates as well. 87% spend the majority of their work time are satisfied with the job they are doing. 82% are able to be creative in their job. So it's incredibly important. The next slide, this one, $461 a week is the difference between earning a bachelor's degree or only a high school diploma. $461 a week different in salary. That comes out to be $23,972 more a year. Within the lifetime, a student who earns at least a bachelor's degree is expected to make $1 million more in their lifetime. Some data here that you can see specifically about the area of Massachusetts and projected job growth. Something that we do know as well, the Lowell, Barica, Chelmsford area is the second highest paying of the nation's metropolitan areas in the arena of graphic design. So if you are a graphic design student, you are headed to the right school and to the right area. To give you a quick idea of some competitive salaries that are out there, these are directly from the internet, so you can double check me, anything like that if you want to. We do make competitive wages as artists. It is possible. Our faculty and staff are also very well connected. The networking opportunities that exist are abundant out there. A list here that you can see of some of the professional organizations to which our faculty and staff belong. So yes, parents, it is possible for your student to study art or design or music and still get a job. At this point, we will head to any questions that we might have. The first one that I see is about the campus tour showing the art facilities. What I want to do actually is give Allison a chance to speak on that because she has experienced them firsthand. So Allison, can you tell us a little bit about, think back to the Foundation Studios, and then Allison is an animation and game art major. So talk about that area specifically for us.
Yeah, so my name is Allison. I'm a senior in the animation and game arts program. And I absolutely love the program here at UMass Dartmouth. It is fantastic because you get the experience of being an animator and being a video game designer. And it's all just kind of wrapped up into one little thing. But you can also go, as Jason said, explore other different classes from the majors that we have or from the other colleges and combine your experiences together, which is what I really enjoy as well. What was the other question? I'm sorry.
It's about the facilities.
Okay, so I'm also a tour guide with UMass Dartmouth, so I can definitely tell you that we usually show the first floor, which has some great display cases for each of our majors, so you get to see some of the different projects that students have done, and then up on the second floor where you'll see some of our computer labs that we have. You can definitely ask to see like the third floor where we have a lot of our painting studios and drawing studios. So you really can see everything that we have to offer at UMass Dartmouth within our College of Visual Performing Arts.
The virtual tour that's happening today, do you know, Allison, if they are going into the buildings? Is that like somebody walking around with a phone?
I'm not entirely sure what that is, but we do have on-campus tours happening right now. So if someone were to schedule with us to come see the school, then we would definitely show throughout the building, and they could take a walk around.
Awesome. I would suggest too, that question comes to us from Noah. Noah, I would suggest if you look on Instagram, you can find things like the CVPA graphic design or animation and game arts or sculpture. They have Instagram accounts, and a lot of the photos that you see are taking place within the actual studios that you know of. Not that you know of. That sounds silly. Sorry about that. Our next question comes from James. James is a transfer student majoring in graphic design. Would you be able to apply to the animation and game art program as a minor? So animation and game art are two separate minors. You could apply for either or both, depending upon the number of earned credits and your GPA. Those are the requirements for the minor application. Allison, can you talk again a little bit further about the studies in animation or game art?
Yeah, so on the animation side, we do a lot of like storyboarding, 2D animating, 3D animating, so you get experience in everything. You do a little bit of 3D sculpting, and then animating from there. And then with the game designing side, you work with 2D platformers, 3D games, board games, card games. So you get a wide range of experiences, which is really cool. I have a lot of experience. I'm also a TA for Principles of Game Design class, which is one of the first courses you'll take as a sophomore. And in that course, you kind of learn the basics of board games. So you'll break them down, kind of learn how they work. And then from there, as you take other courses, you have that foundation of, well, what makes a game, the best for the person playing it. And you build up from there. So I really like that you get both experiences and you can mix them together. Currently, I'm taking my capstone project. So I'm taking things that I learned, through all the years that I've been in this major and making one thing that I love.
Awesome. Thank you, Allison. James, to clarify also, in CVPA, we offer the animation minor and the game art minor. I noticed that you specifically put game design. The College of Engineering does have a game design program. I don't know if they offer a minor in that or if it's only a major. But if you're interested in the programming side, more of that, I think, happens within the College of Engineering. So you might check that out as well. I don't see any more questions, which is, is it possible to minor in web design with a graphic design major? We do not have any web design minor within CVPA. There may be something like that again within the engineering classes, but that's not something that I would know about. We do offer, though, a little bit of web work within some of the CVPA classes that you do. More of our work tends to be more on the art and design side of it. All right, so at this point, I am going to send us all to, remember, we have that Zoom opportunity now with faculty. So thank you to Dean Jenkins. Thank you to Allison. And hopefully I will see you all headed over to the Zoom room, which I will be opening in about 30 seconds. Thank you, everybody. And if any questions come about, please send us emails as you can. Have a great day.